Yes, hello and welcome to Old Trafford. It feels like a monumental day here today. In fact, I haven't felt quite this way since Alex Ferguson's last home game as a manager. The atmosphere is incredible. There are so many fans outside, and I am delighted to say that I'm alongside Owen Hargreaves for this Ronaldo's return. Your former teammate, you won the league with him, you won the Champions League with him. How does it feel to be finally seeing him back here in a Manchester United shirt?
Well, I just think it's a beautiful thing, that he's back here, back in his home. I think he came here as an 18-year-old 18 years ago, and now he's coming as the mentor for this group. So got a world-class team. Manchester United can compete for virtually every trophy, and today is the start of that journey. And I think everybody here is excited. I'm sure Cristiano is as well. He's going to start, and I think they're going to want the goals to fly in like they used to at Old Trafford. So it's a great day.
Wow, it looks like this is the moment. Oh no, this is just Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Can you imagine? The roof is going to be lifted off. It's been 12 years and 118 days since Ronaldo left. He's won 18 trophies. I'm sure he'll inspire them to another. He's been on fire for Serie A. Do you expect to see lots of goals from him?
Well, I think he scored 40 plus last season, all competition. So Cristiano guarantees you goals. And I think with this United team, especially Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba, Jadon Sancho is going to play today. I think there's goals in the side. So I think for Cristiano, if he gets the service, you can guarantee he's going to score.
We want to hear stories. I mean, what must it have been like playing with him? He had this relentless work ethic, an incredible, drive, really. Is that best to describe him?
Well, I think he had a God-given talent, which is probably, he was created to play football. And then he had this incredible desire that matched it to be the best in the world. And he just always kept pushing. Any trophy that he won, individual or team, he always wanted to do more. He scored 20 goals, then he wanted to score 30, then he scored 40, then he scored 50. So I think his dedication to his craft was the best I've ever seen. His natural ability was the best I've ever seen. So you take the two together and you create something very special. I just think he was always working on his game, whether it was in the gym or whether it was on the pitch, whether it was free kicks, ice baths after training. I remember my first day at Manchester United, I came in after the first session and he went straight into the ice bath, fully clothed, getting ready for the second session. So, he set the standard for all of us, and it's, so yeah, I think Ole, to have him in the dressing room as a mentor for these young guys, now he
Who do you think he'll have most influence on of those young guys?
Everyone,
yeah.
Everyone. I think also as well as a group, United, they got to 3 semi-finals a couple of years ago and lost. I like Harry Maguire as a leader, but those great United teams had loads of leaders, had 5 or 6 or 7. So I think this team now, you got Harry Maguire, you got Varane, David De Gea, you got Cristiano. Everybody's going to look to Cristiano. And I think when they stand in the tunnel, he's going to make everybody grow a bit taller, be a bit more confident. And, this crowd is one of the best in any sport venue. So when they see him walk out last, I think every player is going to be a bit more confident that they can go and do something special this year.
I can't wait. I'm getting goosebumps already just thinking about it. Got to quickly ask you about your own position. You were a phenomenal defensive midfielder. I know you played in a few different positions. But what do you think is fundamentally wrong with United's midfield at the moment? We know that Ole wanted that position. He didn't get it.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just the fact, almost every piece of the puzzle is in place.
That spine, yeah.
Everything about the team, I think you can, if you pick the great Liverpool teams, the great Man City teams, you virtually can pick every player. You know who's going to play. And for United, even the last 2 or 3 years, there was probably 4 or 5 gaps. Those gaps have been filled now. So Varane and Maguire, that's really good. United needed a right winger. They got a very good one in Jadon Sancho. They got a goal scorer, obviously, in Cavani and Ronaldo. But the one spot which I'd say is still up for grabs in this team is the defensive midfield one. Today it's going to be Nemanja Matic. So I think there's a great opportunity for him and stake a claim. But I think that position is going to change throughout the season.
It's worth actually mentioning the team news. There are 2 changes from the Wolves game. Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo comes in for James, and then we've also seen that change in the midfield with Fred on the bench, and in comes Nemanja Matic. You quite like him in the midfield, don't you?
Yeah, I think he's going to be a really good player. Obviously, Cristiano's going to be at the top of the pitch, Mason Greenwood on the right-hand side, Jadon Sancho up the left, and behind with 2 fabulous players, Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba, and Matic as the defensive midfield player. So maybe that means one of the fullbacks won't attack as much, because they have it's a very attacking team. But I think for Ole, he looks at Newcastle and realises they're going to struggle to keep the ball, so they can dominate the ball. And the more they dominate the ball, the closer Cristiano is to the goal, and that's where the goals are going to happen. So a lot of players out there to get Cristiano some service, and I'm sure they will today.
How does it feel for you being back at Old Trafford? I obviously said hello to the boss and a few old players.
You know what? I wish you look at this pitch, Alison.
Beautiful.
Know, everything's perfect. You know, this place is the reason I came here was to play for Old Trafford, play at Old Trafford for Manchester United. So it's a real honour, and I think Cristiano Ronaldo coming back here. Look, Real Madrid fans, they loved him. Juventus fans loved him, but these United fans love him more than any team he's ever been at. So I think to be here as an ex-player is it's a privilege, but it makes you miss the fact that he gets to run out here and we got to stand here in a suit and talk about it.
I think he's going to entertain us.
Yeah, I'm almost certain he is. He loves these big moments, so I'm looking forward to him and providing one of those big moments.
Fantastic. Owen, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. And back to you guys in the studio. Enjoy it, and we can't wait to come back at full time and hopefully speak to the man that everyone's talking about.